I said before, this one is going to look a little bit different compared to the one we did before, but it's still under simplification of sort. So let's go. So as we have something like this, so first of all we have to simplify this 50 first. We use the LCM method. This is 50, this is 5, 5 in 5, 1, 5 in 0, 0, 5, 5 in 10, 2, 2, 2 in 2, 1, which is, we have 2, 5 and 1, 2. So don't forget your 3. You have to bring it down. 3 root 5 times 5. That's a 5 times 5 times 2. I see what I'm doing. So this your 3 is still coming down. 3 roots. This is now say 5 times 5 is going to give us 25 times these 2. So the next step now, this 2 is still coming down. The square root of, what is the square root of 25? Is going to give us 5. Now say times, because the square has been removed. We have, because square root of 25 is 5, that means we have 5. So because this one we can't break it down further, so we bring down the square root. Root 2. This will bring down the root 2 because we can't, there's no square root of 2, so we bring it down. So we say 3 times 5 will give us 15 plus your root. So our final answer is 15 root 2. That is our final answer. Let me explain again. This is a question being given. This is a question that is being given. Solution. First of all, we have to break this one down first, which I showed how to do it. You have to simplify it using LCM. I use the LCM so that you can understand how I get the answers. So these 3, you have to bring down this 3 down. So 5 times 5 times 2. When you sum all this, when you multiply this together, now, you get your 50. When you multiply it together, you get your 50. So you bring down your 3. This your 3 now, down here. What is it? You now say 5 times 5 is 25 times this 2. Bring it down. You don't forget your 3. Bring down your 3 down. What is the square root of 25? It's going to give us 5. That is 3 times 5, because there is no root here again. That is 3 times 5. Because there is no root, there is no square root of 2. So you bring down the root 2 down here, which is 3 times 5 will give us 15, plus this root, because this is the final answer. I hope you understand, so that we can do 1 or 2. So this is it. Sorry for cleaning the board because we don't have enough space, so let's do at least 1 more example before we can close for today. So So you still have the third example. This one we're going to be rounding up today, so tomorrow we can continue. So example 3. This is still under simplification of surd. So this is this method again. 2 root 5. You know, in this case, this one already it has been simplified in the lowest term. So now they want us to take it to the single form. Don't forget that we solve something like this. Okay, for example, we solve something like this, root 10. We solve something like this, root 10. So when we solve something like this, they expect us to simplify our answer like this. And now they are being given us something like this, and they expect us to our answer to be in this form. When they give us something like this, what they expect from us is that we should make our answer to be in this simplest form. But why they gave you something like this, which has already been simplified, so they expect you to put your answer in a single square. So this one now they are giving us, they expect us to put our answer in a single square. But if they give us something like this, they expect us to simplify our answer in a simplest form. So now this is what they give us. So let's dive in on how to solve it. So I hope you're understanding me. So we have something like this, 2 root 5. Solution. So in this case now, I told you before that when we have something like this, before the previous one that we solved, that if you want to know whether your answer is correct, for example, if you solve something like this and your final answer is like this, and you want to know whether the answer that you get is correct, to know whether the final answer you get, when you take it backward, is whether it's going to give you this thing, this your single square answer, you do like this. 2, this one will be multiplied into 2. That means 2 times 2. Are you getting me? Times 5 in the same square. So when you multiply, I say example I'm doing, so that when we enter this one, so you're not going to feel confused. Assuming that you are being given something like this, root 10, they ask you to simplify your answer in this 10. Now you are getting your answer, assuming that your answer is this. To know whether your answer is correct, you take it backward. When I say 2 times 2 times 5 into root, when you multiply whatsoever that you got, and it still give you the same single root, that means your answer is correct. But when you times it or multiply it, and the single square they gave you initially is different. For example, now when you multiply, if I multiply this now, it's not going to give me this. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 5 is 20. That means my answer is different from here. That means my answer is not correct. Whatsoever you get must be the same with this. So that's, mind you, that's what we want to start. So this one now they gave us, this one, they want us to take it in this form. If they give you in this form, they want you to take it in this form. So let's dive in. So we are going to do 2 times 2 times 5 root. Everything should be in the root. A root equals to 2 times 2 is root 4. Because we want everything, you want everything to be in a single in a single root. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 5. That means 4 times 5 is root 20. So this is my answer. Assuming they gave you something like this, they expect you to simplify it in this step. If they gave you something like this, they expect you to give their answer in a single root. So if you want to know whether this our answer is correct now, we want to take this 20 back to this thing. So let's know whether our answer is correct. So let's check whether our final answer is correct. So we're going to use LCM. This is 20. What can go 2? 2 in 20, here 1, here 0, 2 here 5, 5 here 1. So we have 2, we have 1. That means 2 times 2 times 5 in a root. I get what I'm doing. This is our final answer. This is the question they're being given. So this is our final answer. So we want to check whether this is our answer. If we take it, we want to change it back to the simplest root, whether it's going to give us this. So let's dive in. So 2 times 2, this is 4. This is 4 times 5. So square root of 4 is going to give us 2. Because this one, there is no square root of 5. Bring the square down. Root 5. That means our answer is correct because we arrive at the same answer. This is the question they gave us, and this is our final answer. So we checked whether our answer whether we are correct. So we change it into a simpler square. So we still arrive at the same answer. That means our answer is correct. So thank you so much. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. I'm going to attend to you. Bye. See you in our next class. Thank you.